Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing full beat, like full glam but matte skin. It's very trendy at the moment. That sort of like Pretty Little Thing, misguided e-com makeup look that we are all loving at the moment. So we're going to be doing that with like a soft smoky eye. Yes, with some makeup that I actually haven't, I don't think I have anyway, used on my channel yet. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I hope you enjoy and let's do it! Okay, so we are ready to rock and roll. I look so hammered. But we're ready to glam. Let's hope this makeup saves our arses. Sorry, if you see me looking over there, right, it's because there are two massive daddy long legs. I can't stand it. I can't stand any insects whatsoever, but they freak me out, man. Really freak me out. They've been on there all morning. I've been trying to like open and shut the window to try and get them to move, but no, they're stuck. So yeah, not a fan. I'm like such a girl when it comes to stuff like that. I hate insects. Anywho, so let's move on. Literally I've got my skincare on and then I've been using the Vieve Skin Nova. It's so good. Look at that glow. So nice. And Jamie also said that if you use it like continuously, it will actually reduce redness as it is like a skincare makeup hybrid. So it has some very lovely ingredients in there to reduce redness, which I'm all for. I hate my redness here, and as you can see, I've got some on my cheeks as well. So we're going to try it out. But I just love how it makes the skin look anyway. So amazing product. Okay, I've changed my hair again because it was giving me a headache. So it's down and we're just gonna have to deal with the bad hair day. So moving on to the face, I'm gonna go in with the YSL Blurring Primer. I love to use this when I just feel like extra pory. It's very, very, very smoothing on the skin. A little goes a long way. It just feels like silk, basically. It doesn't feel like silicone-y, I don't think. So for foundation, I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover. This is so full coverage. You need the tiniest bit and it's so good. You can make it as light coverage as you wish, or as full coverage as you wish. This is the shade, I think it's a little bit light for me at the minute, N4.5. But yeah, as you can see, it's super full coverage. But yeah, I love to sheer it down with the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil. So good. If you're wanting just like a little bit of coverage, nothing crazy. But what's good about this is that it's so lightweight on the skin. So even if you did want full coverage, it doesn't feel like you've got anything on. I love that about this foundation, and the staying power is insane. Very good. Anything from Danessa is just ridiculous. She's a very clever lady. Very clever. But yeah, I'm literally just putting that everywhere. Actually, I don't think the shade is too bad, is it? But yeah, it's quite glowy, but we're obviously gonna matte it down. So I just love to use a sponge and just really pounce the foundation into the skin, and also just to get rid of any brush marks that might be on there. Brushes are obviously amazing. I'll always say this, brushes are amazing for quickness and applying the product really quickly. But if you want that airbrushed effect, then nothing beats a sponge. Concealer, one of my favourites, but I only have it in one shade, so I don't actually use it as much, so I would like to. I need to buy more. But I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This is the shade 230. Gotta look how much foundation I've still got on my hand, because I didn't use it all. Whoa, that was just one pump. One pump, okay. So we're gonna go for quite a bright under eye today. so we're going to apply more than normal. But with concealer, you just want to go like 2 shades lighter than your foundation, unless you are obviously wanting a super bright under eye like moi, then you can go like 3. So for my chin and like these areas here, I'll just quickly go in with a brush and just blend it into the skin, and because there's a little bit of foundation left on the brush, it helps it blend in that little bit quicker and easier. And then I'll just drag it up the cheek, under the cheekbones, just to get that chiseled look. Cool. Then I'll go in with my little sponge and then go in everywhere else. Just keep pouncing it in to the skin. You don't want to drag your beauty blender, you literally want to keep pouncing it in to the area that you've put the concealer. Oh, she is bright. Look how much that's brightened up my under eye. Love this concealer so much, and it's so creamy as well. So for cream contour, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out in shade 03 Macchiato. It's just like a really nice cool tone. These are so fab. I would say they have like the best range of cool tone shades, because sometimes like when you want cream contour, it can be too warm on like paler skin tones. So I find that Fenty Beauty have the best shade range for that, and they're really buildable, because sometimes you can go in with cream products and they're like bam and you're like, oh shit. But with these, they are just the perfect amount. Beautiful. Skin is looking juicy. So even though we are going for a more of a matte look, I think it's important to still just go in with some cream products first, especially if you've got drier skin. You want to apply cream products first and then the more powdery products after that. Personally, that's what I just find anyway. But yeah, skin is looking beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to give my face a little spritzeroony. This is just the Urban Decay All Nighter. Look how good that foundation is. Amazing. Okay, so now I've let that setting spray fully sink into the skin. I'm going to go in with the powder products. So first I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Powder Bronzer. This is in the shade Shady Beers. Slightly more warmer than the cream contour that I used, just to help warm up the face. And I'm just going to stamp this in to the skin. So these are the same as the cream contour formulas. They're really buildable, so you're not going to end up going in too heavy, which is what I really look for in a bronzer. I don't like the ones where they're like really lightly pressed, so there's a lot of product on the brush, and then when you stamp it into the skin, you just look like a muddy mess basically. Another one of my favourite like buildable bronzers that's on the cheaper side is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That's so nice. We're going to snatch my nose in a second. We're going to go in for the Kim K Snatched Nose. But yeah, that's the bronzer. I might add a little bit more the further we go on, but for now that'll just do the job. That's set the cream contour. Just quickly go under here. Never forget the neck, guys. Never forget the neck. Cute. Cutie patootie. And then for blusher, we are going to go in with one that I actually haven't used yet. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blushes. This is in the shade Wildberry. Very nice colour. Not normally a blusher shade that I would go for, but I was like, winter is coming, let's go for something like more autumnal. and I love his powder bronzers, so I thought I would try his blush. This is the only shade I bought because I wanted to try it first, but yeah, let's go for it. And I'm just going to bring this a bit more closer to the nose than normal as well. Oh my lords. And then whatever's left, I'll just pop it right in the apples of the cheeks. How nice is that shade? Really nice. And like, this is like a really nice shade for darker skin tones as well. And then I'll just go back over with my sponge just to really blend it in and get rid of any like harsh lines where I might not have fully blended with the brush. Okay, so we are now going to powder. I'm going to go in with one of my favourite powders. It's the HNB Cosmetics Soft Focus Translucent Powder. They're so like not cakey, very finely milled. They feel like silk. So I'm just going to grab some on my little sponge, pat it into my hand, and then just press it right into the under eye. And then yeah, to contour my nose, I'm just going to keep picking up that powder. And then I'm just going to drag it down the nose, like the sides of the nose, like that. It looks so messy, but trust the process, huns, trust the process. And then the same on the other side, like that. And I'll literally just sit there, let that sit, whilst I just set the other side of the under eye second. And then whatever's left on the sponge, I'll go underneath the nose. And then I will grab another brush and go underneath the cheeks, just to really accentuate the cheekbones. And then I'll press it into the skin. Stunning. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'll pop it on the forehead. Okay. And then I'll grab a little fluffy brush and then just brush off the bake on my nose. And then what you want to do after you've done that is just grab a little fluffy brush again and then go down with bronzer. Then once you've finished with the contour, you're just going to go with a tiny bit of highlight just to go down the centre. And then this way, the main focus of your nose is literally just going to be the bridge, so it appears smaller. Oh yes, so it's a little bit on the tip and then down the bridge. How good is that? We just got a nose job. But because we want to keep this all matte, I'm just going to apply the tiniest bit just where the light would naturally hit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm going to get a small fluffy brush and just dip into the product once. And then just put like a small bit here. So this, again, this is the Vieve Holy Chic highlight. Okay, now moving on to eyes. Obviously I've already done my brows, just because it's quicker and easier. I've got a video on my brows on how I do them, so I don't bore you every single time, but I just went in with the Refi sculpting gel and the pencil. Yeah, so let's do eyes, shall we? I think I'm just going to do like a soft, smoky, bronzy eye. I'm going to go in with the Vieve Eye one. So I'm going to go in with the shade Sand first, just as it's pretty much like a similar colour to my eye already. Not too much, as I've already got the concealer on there, but just to put a base down if you like. These are so good, they're really easy to blend out. So you just literally place the product down and blend it out, like so. Okay, now we are going to go in with the eye ones again. I'm going to go in with shade Camel, I think. Just like a really nice brown. I'm just going to put that on the outer corner and like just above the crease, just a little bit. You see? Just like that. And I'll get that same brush that I used for the sand shade and we're just going to blend it out. You see how easy that blends out? Just insane. And then I will go in with the shade Hazelnut. This is just more of a chocolatey brown. So it's just going to deepen where I've just put that bronzy shade. But I'm not going to add too much. Probably just like that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep bringing it out. You know how much I love to do this. And then I'll connect it with the bronzer later on. Or if you feel like you've brought it out too far, you can just tap it into the skin with your finger. So the warmth of your finger will just like blend it into the skin. Like that. Or you can go in with your beauty blender that had a little bit of your concealer or foundation left on. And then just like press it into the skin. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. And then what I think I might do is just go back in, but with a lighter shade. This is the shade Vanilla. Just to make like a fake cut crease, if you like. Like a half moon shape, like that. Oh, one of them's just fell. Bye, bitch! Okay. But I want to still be quite precise, so I've gone in with a really, really small brush. So I would recommend going over with a powder or like an eyeshadow that's a similar colour to the eye ones, just to make sure that it's set, especially if you've got like really oily eyelids. They will stay because Jamie has oily lids and she's obviously made them in the purpose for them to stay. But yeah, I just like to add eyeshadow on top anyway, just to make sure. Yeah, I think we're just going to pop some eyeshadow on, just a tiny bit. I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. Such a good palette. Look, it is screwed. She's screwed. So I'll just go in with the same sort of shades that the eye ones are, but just ever so slightly. Nothing too crazy. Again, just to really set the eye ones. Okay, so when I want like a real smoky lash line or quite smoky on the outer corner, these two brushes will save your life. They will save you time. These are the Spectrum KJH brushes in numbers 21 and 18. So insane. But yeah, look, they're just like really small, domed, fluffy brushes that are just perfect for that smoky lash line, you know? Very good. I cannot live without them now, so I'm very pleased that I have them in my life. So I'm going to go in with the smaller brush. This is the number 21. I'm going to go in with the darkest brown and the black shade from the Mario palette. And I'm going to start like on the outer corner here. Should we zoom you in a little bit? I just realised we're not zoomed in, guys. Cool. Yeah, so I'm just literally going to start there and just build the colour up first before I do anything else. So just like that. So I apply the lightest pressure when I'm doing this, so I hold the brush like towards the end. So if you hold it in like this, like you would a pen, you're going to get more pressure. It's not going to blend out as easy. Whereas if you're going like really light-handed, you're not as applying much pressure, not as much shadow is going to go on to the eye, and then that way it's just going to be more buildable and easier to blend. So I'm literally just going to do the smallest, smokiest wing like that. I'm only going to drag it out just a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to grab the bigger, fluffier brush from that and just focus on the end and just drag it out really lightly. Cute. So nothing too crazy, really easy to do. And then when you put lashes on, this is just going to look so like, you know, smoky. Cool, okay. I'm just going to do the other eye and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back and I popped some lashes on. These are the Prima lash with Jessica Evans. It's in the style Gratitude. So on my last makeup look, I used the style Confidence. They were actual half lashes, like it was like half a band. Whereas these have got a full band. There's more lashes on the outer corner. So yeah, very cute, love them. I just love a really like elongated eye at the moment. I'm tempted to do like a fox eye, you know, do you know what I mean? Like to do your little V in the inner corner there. I think I might do that. But first I'm just going to do like a smoky lower lash line. So I'm just going to go in with the Vieve wand again. I'm going to go in with the darker brown, so the shade Hazelnut, and I'm just going to grab it on the bigger, fluffier brush from the Spectrum KJH collection. So you basically just wiggle your brush on the wand, like on the crayon, and then you just go into the lower lash line. I love a smoky lower lash line. They're my thing. I just really think it like pulls the look together. And if you're like prone to under eye creasing, so no matter what you do, it creases anyway, I love to use shadow just to really blend in the creases. I just think it really helps. So you just basically apply your shadow where your under eye creases are. And that way, no one will know. How would they know? How would they know? If you are obsessed with TikTok, you know what I mean by that. And I'm just going to go with that black from the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. Just to deepen it a bit more. Ooh, yes. Yes, queen. And then what you can do is just go with like a cleaner, smaller, fluffier brush. So I'm just really working that small brush into a towel again so it's clean, and just go into the bottom of that smoky lower lash line just to really blend out the bottom of it. Product that I have been loving lately is the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't even know what it's called, the Super Liner. Like one side is the lighter, like to really brighten your waterline, and then the other is brown. It's so creamy, it's so easy to use, but I love to pop the like white creamy side on the waterline just to really brighten. You just see like what a difference that makes. It just really opens your eye. Yeah, I just love that it's double-ended. Cute, right? Now let's do the fox eye. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Master palettes for this. And I'm going to go in with a really dark brown from this palette, just to sketch out the line first. So you're just going to make like an itty-ditty triangle. So this just looks like your inner corner goes further into your nose and actually does, which obviously just elongates the eye. See what I mean? Like it just, yeah. I do love me a cat eye. I really do. Then you're just going to work it up to like where the start of either your eyeliner is, or the start of the band of the lashes. Okay, so the eyes are now done. I just want to add some like beauty marks or go over my freckles. I love to do this. I just use like a brow pencil really. My favourite to do it is the Refi in shade medium. So I'll just go over like any beauty marks that I have, any freckles, or like I love doing this when you've got like a spot. I mean, you can just basically make it like a mole with this. It's such a good idea. I learned it from Desi Perkins like years ago. Desi Perkins is the bee's knees. I love her so much. And then I'll just go over lightly with my finger, or you can use your sponge, whatever you like. So I'm just going to add some more bronzer and blusher, I think, now that pretty much the whole look is done, apart from obviously the lips. I'm just going to go back in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer. I think the lighting is different to what I normally have. Like it's so cloudy today. When it comes to winter, I'm going to have to, I think, order another ring light, because here in England, winter is very dark and dismal. So I don't think I'll be able to film with natural light anymore, which is fun. Yeah, so I need to see what the lighting situ I can do. I already have like a LED, I don't know how you pronounce it, the newer, like the box panel ones, not the actual like the standard ring lights you can get. So I think I need to get another one so I can have one either side of me, but still have my blind open, I think. That's what I'm going to do anyway, we'll see. But yeah, it won't be long, it'll be like another month and then everything will be dark, which is just fan-bloody-tastic. Cool. I think I need a bit more powder so it's more matte. I'm just going to go back in with the HNB. I'm going to go with a big fluffy brush. This is the by Georgina 04. And then just lightly dust it everywhere. I want a bit more brightness on the under eye again, so I'm just going to go in with some more powder, but just pack it on the brush and just focus it here. Like I say, if you've got more of a dry under eye or drier skin, but you want the matte look, just go in with a really hydrating moisturiser, hydrating primer, lots of sprays, like hydrating sprays, like a really hydrating eye cream for the under eye. Right, I think I'm gonna just try this. This is the Pat McGrath under eye powder. What do you think? Just want to really brighten, there we go. And then to really mattify everything, I'm going to go in with the Morphe mattifying spray. This is so good. Really mattifies everything down, but it doesn't make your face look dry. Okay, now moving on to lips. We're going to use some Bodyography. So I'm going to go in with the lip liner. This is in the shade Pouty. I might end up changing my lip combo, but this is what we're going to go for now. I think it might be a bit too pink. And then lipsticks, I'm going to use two from Bodyography. One is in the shade Pop the Question, and then the other is in the shade Chiffon. And this is like their textured fabric lipstick. It's so cool. Like a nice satin finish, very hydrating. But I think it's a bit too pink. So that is the finished look. I basically just went in with a brown liner. I went in with the Morphe one in the shade Sweet Tea, just to like kind of match the eyes. I like when I do brown eyes, I like to just have more of a browny undertone lipstick, I think. But yeah, that is the finished look, something more for glam. If you want me to do something else or have any suggestions, then just put them in the comments. I think I'm going to do a quick like 5-10 minute makeup next, as I had a few people on Instagram ask me to do that when I put like a question box up. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then I'll pop a little thing right here with my handle on there. But yeah, I think I'll do that next, as I very, very rarely do this sort of makeup on myself. I'm all about the quick life. I believe it or not, I get ready in half an hour, if that. When I've got an early wedding, I literally set my alarm half an hour before I need to leave the house because I cannot be bothered. I just do brows, like tinted moisturiser, concealer, done. But we can obviously jazz it up a little bit and do like bronzer and blusher in a quick state of mind. But yeah, that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Such a good concealer, bloody hell. Oh, got an itch on my face. Itchy and scratchy show. You know me, I love it. Oh my god, another Daddy Longlegs has just joined the crew. That's 3 now. Holy moly. Excusez-moi. Oh my god, there's a wasp. Oh god, give me strength.